Alrighty, welcome back. I checked out the last video, it looked fine, so
only when necessary.
we fight only when necessary. That's a bunch of bull. Alright, the Witchwood wants an upgrade. We got 4,000 gold to spend on that. Yeah, we have 5882, that's plenty. Upgrading this will get us a little bit of extra income, a little bit extra income from all buildings faction-wide, which is interesting. Get us a much bigger garrison, I think. Glade Riders, give us extra Glade Riders. Gives us mostly just the extra Glade Riders, really. Okay, that's fine. More importantly than anything else, though, upgrading this will give us an extra construction slot to play with, get an extra building in there, so that's good. Next turn we'll have our grapes coming out, so that's good. 600 extra gold per turn.
Harmony has prevailed.
That's good. We encountered some beastmen, lovely. There's some beastmen traveling across our land without our permission, lovely. We won the battle, yep.
The sisters
We gained
of
our trait.
Twilight.
We destroyed the settlement. We destroyed the entire faction. War declared. Yeah, that happened. Looks like there's some dark elves to the north of us, and looks like they're fighting some orcs. By the Z on the chains. We gained rank, and we gained some equipment. We're aware of all of that, so there's not much else to do with this turn but to end it off. So let's end our turn. Someone's will triumphs once more. Thank you, ladies. See, there's a lot of little factions around the world. There were far fewer when Warhammer 1 first came out. Warhammer 2 has the very unique quality of it combines the map of the first game and the second game. Alright. This is what I was talking about with Lord Daith giving us free presents. So we got some Dreaming Boots, which give us more movement range on the map, more growth in our local province, and more speed on our unit. A Dragon Pendant, which gives us extra hit points, physical resistance, and casualty replenishment rate. Talisman, which gives enemy negative leadership, so they have less morale. They're more likely to run. Gives us this Twilight Horn ability, which can basically grant someone some extra speed and charging speed and bonus for a short amount of time, 33 seconds. And all of those will be equipped by our sisters next turn once we put them on. The one thing I'm not super interested in is this Twilight Horn. It's okay. You know, it has its uses. Oh, we also have an Eagle Bow. They didn't report that. Range plus 6%. Missile strength plus 10%. So this will do more damage. So we can damage them. Alright. Cool. And those won't actually equip until next turn. You can see the little timer on them. You can't just swap out your equipment willy-nilly. This looks cool. What is this? Is this the temple? From the temple? It looks like a temple. I don't know. Mildly concerned about these beastmen. They may just, you know, outright attack us if we don't do too well in this battle. But they don't have a whole lot to work with. So we're gonna go kill these now. Goodbye, Dark Elves. So they've got a couple sword units, a spear unit, and a couple of these crossbowmen. Dark Shards. They're not gonna pose too much of a threat. Dark Elves are a good counter to other elf factions in general, of course, because many of their units, including their crossbows, will have shields, and shields negate some arrow attacks. Like an arrow attack will only have, say, 50% chance of even getting through the shield to get a hit at all, and then it has to consider armor and health and all of that. So that's why you can get these like Eternal Guards without shields, but I just never do. It's just not worth my time. Usually units that are unshielded will have... that didn't do anything. Usually units that are unshielded will have like a little more damage, and units with shields will have a little more defense, but I prefer my spearmen to have defense anyways, so... For those, of course, not super familiar with Total War games, there's a bunch of stats going on with melee attack and melee defense and weapon strength and charge bonus and what kind of damage they do. They do armor piercing and armor and blah, 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 blah. There's a lot of shit going on. You can mostly just work with this stuff and just have a relative sense for how strong a unit looks. And you'll more or less understand. Like, you should kind of intuitively know that an elf will, in general, probably be better than an orc or a rat or a skeleton. But there's less of us. It's definitely worth noting our spears are not in good shape. I really don't want to use them at all in this fight if I can avoid it. So we're going to put our archers up front. Let's organize everyone. You're going to see me do this pretty much every battle. And, well, our stags here do have Vanguard, so they're going to be right up in the face of our opponents, and I'm just going to charge them straight in right at the very, very beginning of the fight. Reason for that is because, well, I want them to not have options to do things. I'm not going to let them do stuff. Always force your enemy to respond to you, not the other way around. Every move that you do, they have to respond to. If you just keep doing moves, they have to keep responding, and eventually the numbers win out and you just win. So fuck your archers. Fuck these archers too. Everyone move. Boom, get fucked. Look at that. Look at that charge. Feels like we just murdered half their army. We didn't, but it feels like it. I'm gonna immediately buff our knights. Bam, have more armor. Be harder to kill. Those archers are already running. That's exactly what I want to see. Everyone get in there. My archers should be firing already. I told them to rush up. Continue doing so. Just get right in their faces. And we pretty much already routed their whole army. Victory should come in a second here. There it is. Bam. Shock and awe, baby. Not what you expect from elves, but it's an option, especially with stag knights. Stag knights are really good. Really good units. I really enjoy them. There's no reason even to really chase these guys. I didn't even really get you a good look at them, but this is what the dark elves look like now that they're leaving. They're certainly better organized than the wood elves. Sort of tell by the way they run. They almost run in sync. Very, well, a lot more rigid than our units. I mean, our units are, you know, they're definitely organized. You can tell they're like trained, right? And I love the animation work, honestly. Thank you, sisters. Like, you can tell, like, yeah, they look pretty well trained. They're definitely in formation. They've all got their spears up, but they definitely look like kind of loose, especially your archers here. Just really decent animation work. There's the occasional jankiness as, you know, a unit will try to turn on a head, turn on a dime or whatever, but this floating is certainly something. But, you know, the overall quality is pretty good. Go murder someone. I want to see it. Catch one. I believe in you. Nope. They got away. Okay. 75 kills on the stag knights, 55 on the sisters. They really didn't even participate very long before they started getting kills. Damn. We lost 2. Not bad, not bad. And yeah, that's why I in the first turn I decided to go for the Exiles of Nehek instead of that easy settlement grab, because I just wanted to make sure I got those skeletons down before they started recruiting more skeletons. And by killing them on turn 2 instead of, say, turn 4, which is probably what I would have had to get them on if I had waited and taken this settlement first, it wouldn't have been as good of an outcome. I might not have even been able to win. you know, they could have just recruited a few extra units, a few extra archers. We're going to occupy this settlement because, I mean, it's right here around the Witchwood. So, like, why not, right? You know, why not own this little area here? That's what I'm planning, at least. This Plain of Spiders is part of this, like, desert area here, and it's not really owned by anyone that I can see. That may not be true, though. Sometimes, like, these little ruins can be owned by Skaven, by rat people, so, yeah. Alright. Oh, range +8 on the sisters. Nice. Oh, we got another talisman, a Dawnstone. Physical resistance +15%. Ooh. I did say that I didn't care for our talisman, so there you go. Physical resistance 15% on top of their other resistances. Pretty good. Pretty good. Give me Flock of Doom on my mage. There we go. We will summon crows to peck at people, because that's how we do things. And let's start working on buffing our troops, because we want them to put in work for us. I'm basically going to ignore these beastmen, I think. And I'm going to repair this forest lookout. So basically, when we capture something, we don't get like a full settlement that other factions get. Like, for example, see Hag Hall here, how it has 3 settlement slots, and they could upgrade it, just like the Witchwood. Let me click. They could upgrade, like, for example, this glade here, we get more construction slots. They can do that with the Hag Hall. We can't. We own our forest settlements, and they have a bunch of slots, and everything else will have, like, 1. Okay. Let's not completely abandon the settlement. That's not what I meant. However, we can, like, get some small buildings. We can get one, like a world route pathway that gets us growth, and recruitment cost is lower in the area. Global recruitment duration -1 turn for all units. So I can recruit stuff like from the Witchwood, even if I'm really far away. If I pay like a buttload of money, basically double, I think is what I pay. It takes 2 turns though to recruit those, so if I build this building here, they'll only take 1 turn, which can be really valuable sometimes. Our other options, of course, are Waystone, replenish more casualties, more growth in all provinces. It's pretty good. Public order in all provinces or adjacent provinces, income from raising people. Untainted is good. One of the mechanics is that, for example, our area land here is being corrupted, and that'll make our people angry, and eventually this public order will go to -100, and they'll be so angry that they'll rebel. Or in the case of chaos corruption, a chaos army will spawn and try to murder me. We have chaos corruption going on because, well, servants of chaos are right here in my face. Oh well. Say la vie, I don't really care about this land. It's just here to be here. But Untainted is good regardless. Growth +20, construction cost -5. Don't care. I feel like the best thing is this because it lets me recruit more Glade Guards. Just locally, and they'll be super duper cheap. And the garrison is pretty good. 2 Eternal Guards, 1 Wildwood Ranger, and 2 Glade Guards. It's a pretty solid little garrison on top of the little tiny garrison of 3 Dryads and 2 Deepwood Scouts that I'll get from the Forest Lookout. So, we can't move anywhere this turn. We just took a settlement. Can't go anywhere. We're out of movement. So, we'll wait. And there's no reason to wait 2 turns to recruit some dudes that we're going to have access to next turn. So we'll burn a turn here, and then we're going to head down to Val's Anvil and take that. Before that, though, since we won a battle, we can use the Forge of Daith, unique to the sisters, and we can either temporarily, so Arahan is one sister, Naestra is the other, we can use Tempestuous Arahan to make one of our items much better, but only for like 5 turns. Or we can make it a little bit better forever. So Refined Twilight Horn, it's like slightly better. I don't actually know. These look like the same numbers to me. Enemy leadership -4 instead of -3. Whoa. Enemy leadership -10. Ooh. That's a lot of morale. I guess that does make the horn kind of good, but I don't care.
The work of a true
To give you an idea how much -10
Why do you
morale would
favor
be,
my full sister?
here's a good example. Like 65 is, this is still pretty high, I think. Elves, I think, probably just have high leadership, high morale. So 65 1/6 would basically be what we would be taking if we had -10 leadership. Like, give that to an enemy. Here you go, 49 leadership. That's 1/5 of their morale. So they would essentially rout 20% faster.
The
More or less. It's not exactly how that works, but, you know. Quick maths. 2 + 2 is 4. -10. That's -4. No, -6. Quick maths. I'm not ready to think in integers today.
Tempestuous Araha. Twin defenders of the glades.
Alright. So next turn we'll be able to smack Val's Anvil. That'll be fun.
Purity, carnage,
Let's grab.
bloodshed.
Yes, sisters. They just banter back and forth constantly. It's actually pretty cool. We'll get ourselves 3 additional archer mans, and that'll make me very happy. Next turn we have our technology going off, so we probably need to make a decision about where we want to go next. Don't care. Ooh. Missile strength plus 10% for all missile units. Ooh. Armor plus 10 for elf infantry and cavalry. That's pretty good too. Wood elves have very low armor. Both of these are good, but missile strength, yeah, you want to kill people before they get to you as wood elves. You know, high elves over here, they have kind of a mixture where, you know, they do a little bit of melee and a little bit of archery. You know, they usually, battles for them look like, you know, they whittle someone down pretty badly before they get there, and when they get there, they slaughter them in melee. For wood elves, it usually looks a lot more like running around and running away while shooting them to death. You know, makes sense. This style with this lord, it can be different for sure. Changes up the gameplay, especially these stag knights, man. But we've seen how amazing those are. Send out another turn here. We're going to just roll through these lands. It's not even going to be a problem. These guys are pushovers. Last time I killed them, they didn't even have an army. Like, they just didn't have one. They're just literally just here for me to murder them, pretty sure. Alright, technology researched, and our next technology is now being researched. All of our glade guards were recruited, and our men have mostly replenished. That's good. Spears are a little low. That's okay. Don't care. So impatient. Val's Anvil is just
craving prey.
It's the same force we killed over here, and it's going to be even worse for them. The Forge Bound. Yeah, literally the same force. I could auto-resolve this, but auto-resolving, the game tends to, when you auto-resolve, it tends to pretend that your AI general just like sent your best unit in to just die at the beginning of the battle, and you just like lose most of one unit for no particular reason. They don't spread out your damage properly. Warhammer 2 is a bit better about that, but I'm just not comfortable. Last time I did this, I think I lost one of my archers completely when I auto-resolved. So how about I just do it myself? We're gonna have the exact same strategy, like to a T. Exact same strategy. Harmony warfare. Woof. Air. Okay. Alright. Alright. Have our flyboys and our important hard hitters up here in the front so they can get in as fast as possible. We will have our archers run up in the back. Turn off that skirmish mode so they don't run away from people. And we'll have our infantry out here. Go ahead, and they're a little bit further away this time. They might have time to pull back their archers. Yeah, it's possible. Well, we'll adjust accordingly. But since they're so far away, these all of these attacks are going to go straight into this left one. Yeah, they're going to get to pull back. Okay. All right, let's move back then. And let's move into the bleak swords. There we go. I avoided charging face first into their spears. Ooh, shit, I didn't move people. Oops. I didn't move my general specifically. Yerp. Can I get a crow off from here? Can I get a buff off from here? Yeah, get your buff off. It's more important. There you go. My archers are close enough. You can see their arrows coming down. Just go ahead and charge in. I need those to die before my men start dying. Their archers are trying to pull back. Not going to let them. Get my eagle in there. And, fuck you. Crows. Squawk. They're just little shadow 2D animations, but hey, it works. Did we win? Yeah, we won. Okay, let's actually end the battle, because I don't want my own men shooting my own men. And we lost 2 men. Yeah, that works. 24 kills off the sisters, 72 off the stag knights. They did even better this time, I think. Little itty bitty kills spread out between my glades. Some spread out across my hawks. 10 kills outright, just in general, is pretty good. Units don't always die instantly. They tend to die in greater numbers once their health pool goes lower, so that's why magic, special abilities and the like are always a big deal. But man, these things just kick ass. Jeez. Every battle, they just... Azel Gorm. That's a name. But also, what kind of name is Sisters? Siege weapons? Those exist. It's crazy. We will triumph, and we'll occupy this. And I feel like I'm gonna build... Am I gonna build the same crap? Maybe? Up public order and untainted. Yeah, let's do a public order, I guess. And untainted, sure. The only reason I'm taking these is because it makes it a little harder for someone else to take them later. It's not hard to take a ruin. It's a little harder to take something with a garrison, even if it's a crappy, weak garrison. Should I maybe get the Amber Spear instead? I'll get the Amber Spear instead. That's a direct, like, missile bolt of magic.
So bored, so impatient.
Don't think there's anything else for us to do this turn. I'll check my diplomacy. These elves don't like me anymore. Any more than they did before. It's fine. They'll like me more as we go. We could trade with these dark elves, but it's not gonna happen.
No.
This is a good question because, as you can see, they're not super powerful, but they do own this northern area here right on top of us. So there is a good chance of us fighting them shortly. They also have, it looks like, we can build a special building in this town of Clar Carond. It has the marker for it. I don't know what building chain it has, but apparently it's for us, so we might go on the warpath with them. I'll think about it. Let's end the turn. Us getting along with Dark Elves is not... It's not going to be a thing. It's not going to happen very often. Not at all. Definitely worth thinking about. Like, see, if we kill these like Dark Elves up here, we don't really want their settlements for the most part. But I do want to know what that building chain is. So. Eliminate a lord belonging to any of the following enemies of Talsin. Well, I'm not going to be over there, so that's not going to happen, but thanks for the quest. I'm not going to do it, though. Okay.
Inseparable.
Ooh, I made a mistake. I was supposed to recruit more Glade Guards, and I didn't.
Craving prey.
Okay, so we're going to move to the edge of the border then, and we're going to recruit... Guess I could use Dryads. I do like Dryads like a lot, but firepower though. Firepower or not firepower? Dryads are really good. Yeah, I'm gonna get some Dryads. Dryads are really useful compared to Wood Elves. So look at the armor on our archers, 15. Look at the armor on these Eternal Guard, 40. I mean, that's actually better than it used to be, I feel like. But yeah, most of our units have like very little armor. Our sisters have really high armor. The Dryads have 60. They also have Vanguard deployment, just like our Stag Knights, so they can support our Stag Knights in those crazy charges we're doing. They also just do a decent amount of damage. They have some magic damage on them too. That's what that little icon next to melee attack is. And I think they cause fear, and I think they're immune to psychology, so they tend to not run away. They're powerful in a weird way. Like they're not crazy like high rank units, but they're good for what they are. Especially for the price. They're good units to like use in an emergency for sure. Can I use global? No, I can't use global. Can I camp? Do I have enough? Because if I camp, no. Okay, I thought these would be down to 2 to 1 turn if I use global recruitment, but
bloodshed. Oh, sister.
Global recruitment duration -1 turn for all units, local armies. I guess local does not mean province. I guess local means region and not. Okay. I thought this would be 1 turn. Oh well. Because you can stack. You can, you know, recruit units from global recruitment and from local recruitment, but I guess that's not how that works. I must have missed something. Okay, another turn bites the dust. I'd like to take Hag Hall before ending the video, but the video is probably going to run long. That's okay. I don't care. If you're in for half an hour, like, you're probably in for 45 minutes. Or I'm wrong. One of the two. Ambusher discovered. Yeah, beastmen are like fucking around in our lands, but they don't really have the numbers to do much. So there's some Skaven here. We're going to have to go murder them in like 1 or 2 turns. Yeah, this is something I'm not actually used to, but it's a thing that exists now. Little tiny quest events almost.
Together as one.
Okay, so they recruited themselves a little sorceress here. That's okay. They don't have the numbers to stop me, so I'm going to not let them stop me. Here we come.
Their disharmony ends.
We need to build a battering ram to besiege this, because we do not have like a monster type unit that can break down a gate.
Harmony shall reign.
Someday we will have one. That day is not today. We could actually, what we could do is actually recruit a lord. We could recruit a tree man like this. They would be able to attack a gate, and they could just besiege it, and we could reinforce them with our sisters. But that's something we could do. It's something I'm not doing right now, but it's something we could do. Nothing else to do this turn, I think. Not a whole lot of activity. It's okay. Just gotta wait for that ram to finish building. Ram the gates. The enemy have reached our wall with a battering ram. I miss the announcers from Rome Total War, from the original. Man, they were so silly. Torgavan and Carcassonne, so our Wood Elf brethren, and the Bretonians, which are basically French people, are fighting each other. That's fun. Let's take a look at the map. What kind of battle are we looking at? He said, like he didn't already know.
Battle. A regrettable
It will be a
necessity.
siege. A siege, my liege. It's going to be fairly trivial. Last time Werna here, they did recruit the same sorceress here, and she did a couple things. She caused some damage. She hurt a dude once or twice, maybe. Not a problem. Not a problem. Our force is far superior, and we basically have a little air force to work with too. So walls, not as big of an issue as you might think. Alright, how do we want to position ourselves here? Just gonna go straight up the middle, probably. We have Vanguard, so these branch wraiths can move up pretty far. Can the branch wraiths use the battering ram? Can they use the battering ram? No. Okay, no cheesing the game. Alright, fine. I was hoping I could move the battering ram closer than I'm allowed to move it. The game saw through my disguise. Here are our branch wraiths. Angry forest spirits, essentially. Oh yeah, I realized last video that I forgot to turn on anti-aliasing, so there were jagged edges. No, not the jagged edges. So that should be a little better now. A beat. Okay. How do I want to do this exactly? I would rather branch wraiths take damage than eternal guards, so I'm gonna kind of have the branch wraiths just tank damage. What's gonna happen is they're gonna have some units on these towers, and when they stand in these zones, they're gonna shoot out at us. So there's not much we can do about it, and they hurt like a lot. So it's gonna be sad. All we can really do is, you know, shoot back, but we have lived long and seen much. I'm gonna make the odd choice of charging my stag knights into the gate here to attack it. That's cool. That's a cool effect. Just to get some extra damage on the gate while the battering ram is moving up, and also so that once the ram breaks the gates, my knights can go in. Let's have my air force all together. Let's also organize. War is tragedy. Preach. Make it look pretty. That's important to me. Warriors of Ariel. Pretty compact formation here. And if I get my archers just in range of the walls, they'll be able to shoot the people on the walls. They won't be super effective per shot compared to how they would be normally. The walls do offer protection against that, but it is what it is. Can't do everything. Alright. Everyone, move up. Mas rapido. You guys go attack the gatehouse, and let's pick some targets immediately here. So as you can see, they're on the walls. And this is what I was talking about. Dark shards with shields. Look at these bastards. Very hard to hit. And we can actually pull it up in the UI here. Armor, they got that silver shield icon, so they have a 55% chance to block arrows. The bastards. Dread spears have shields too, and bleak swords have shields too, and we all have shields. It sucks. Really bad for high elves. Just as bad for wood elves, though. Okay. So, fuck you. And, I don't want to move her up first, though. She's going to get shot to death. But we'll have our Hawk Riders use their free magic bullshit. Damn. Holy crap, that's effective. Almost beat them right there. Yeah, that's why I moved my Stag Knights in. I was pretty sure they wouldn't be able to do much to us in the meantime. Dryads are taking the, why did I call them Branch Wraiths? There's a mage that's called a Branch Wraith. They're Dryads.
Sisters of Twilight.
Regardless, they're taking the damage like I wanted them to, though. That's what I wanted. Still taking some shots here. I guess have some extra armor, just in case. Just to be safe. Can we use our crows on people on the walls? There's usually restrictions for what you can, what kind of magic you can use on the walls, because the units are so cramped and it's hard to get them off the walls. That the developers kind of balanced it to make it harder to use magic on units on the walls. Sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it makes less sense. Since this spell is kind of like direct damage, it's not something you can normally dodge if you weren't on a wall. They're gonna let me use it, which is good because I want to use it. They're gonna shoot the fuck out of her before she gets in range. Oh well. Yeah, look at that. Oop, dodge. You've got to dodge. You can dodge. Look, they're missing like half of their shots on her. There we go. Here, you attack the gate too so you don't get shot to death, please. Go ahead and shield yourself too. Oh, she's gonna die. She's actually gonna run out of morale and then run away, and then she's gonna die. Yeah. Yeah. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't care at all. I literally don't care. I don't like beast mages at all. That actually just gives me an excuse to get another mage. Also, I should probably move my battering ram up, huh? And my archers should probably move up to actually shoot things. I got... Wow. Okay. Am I actually playing? Did I forget how to do video games? I forgot how to do video games. I'm sorry. Oops. Here, let me move my hawks into a good angle and actually play. I was just watching the drama of my of my mage dying. I'm like, this is interesting. Okay. Fun. Murder. Die. That's, oh man, it's amazing how effective that is. I actually want more Hawk Riders, and that's a weird thing for me to say. Alright, most of the archers are dead, which means I'm just going to move my Air Force in. What you going to do about it? And you know what? Let's move my Branch Wraiths up onto the walls and give them a bit of pressure, shall I? These Branch Wraiths are pretty badly hurt, but whatever. I kind of use Branch Wraiths as like an expendable, high armor, high damage kind of unit. High damage for their class, certainly. Okay, let's shoot their sorceress, shall we? And in fact, I'm gonna send my eagle down to duel their sorceress because it's funny. Okay, Stags, you can get out of the way now. They did 60% damage to that gate. Good job. Well done. My archers are shooting the hell out of them, which is good. That's what I wanted. They're doing God's work. Pew pew pew. They're definitely killing them. My eagle is just throwing her around. That's hilarious. She's like, oh my god, use the magic. Whatever magic that was, it didn't do much. Yeah, she's about to rout. Completely unnecessary to lose my mage like that, but I don't care. I don't care. Give a fuck. We win. Okay, archers, stop shooting my dryads, please. Thanks. There they go. Don't need to continue the battle because it's a siege battle, so everyone here is now dead. 75 losses. She actually killed some people with those crows. The crows are okay, they're just not... You'll see when we get a life mage. It's probably I'm gonna get a life mage. That's what I usually get for the elves, unless they've got some better mages. The only bummer about this is that it's gonna change what buildings I get because you can't get every building all at the same time. I'm gonna have to get the building that lets me get mages to replace her. That's a bit of a waste at this stage in the game. My archers did a good job. You let them sit and plug away, they'll get the kills. But my hawks outclassed them. Again, so many kills for hawk riders. I'm not used to seeing them do anything at all. They're kind of like horse archers in previous Total War titles. Like horse archers in Total War titles, like they're only useful in terms of like damage if they unload every single shot they have.
They must
We'll occupy this as well. This is mine. We got a follower. This is interesting. The first playthrough I did for like the first 20 turns, I got like no followers. I was wondering where they were. Enemy killed in battle. Yep, Delina died in battle. And next turn, we're gonna go ahead and murder this imminent forest invasion.
Itching for fresh battle.
Yeah, let's do this upgrade. Bolts of the Forest, so level 2 on this. It gets us reload time reduction and missile strength. Pretty good. So these are all going to stack. You know, we have missile strength from this ability, and then we're going to have reload time reduction, and then we're going to have missile damage around the sisters. then our really high rank archers will have like missile resistance and ammunition and range. And then our technology will have missile strength here plus 10%. So by the time we're done, like these guys are going to be way more powerful than they ever should have been, which is great. I love that you can do that. We can upgrade the Oak of Ages, but I'm going to have to think about that. It's expensive. Oh, Daith is ready for us because we won a battle. We can refine our dragon pendant. What's better about it? I think the physical resistance is plus 10 instead of 5, was it? The replenishment rate might be better. Maybe. Damn. That's really good. Only for a few turns, but it's really good. Nah, we'll make it permanently good. Permanently better. Okay. Go ahead and restore this, and I could get a little bit of extra income. Who cares? What about a waystone growth? I guess, yeah, sure. We'll get casualty replenishment in this area. Why not? Am I even getting any income from these? I'm not getting any income, and it's pissing them off to be taxed. Oh, well, don't be taxed then. What a post, I swear. I guess we want to grab this Ice Rock Gorge. Last time I did not grab this, and the Dark Elves came down and grabbed it, and they were like in my face right here, and I'm not comfortable with that. It made me like declare war on them immediately. Don't like people in my face because I'm vulnerable here. You know, they could just move around here, squiggle around me, and I would never detect it. So, next couple of turns, we have some decisions. We could upgrade the Oak of Ages, which is a big point for the campaign as a whole. We're going to move down, probably take this Ice Rock Gorge. And from there, we'll start thinking about, hey, like, do we want to maybe take on these Dark Elves and just remove this threat from us forever? But then you got to think, well, what am I going to do with this territory? Who's going to take it if I just raze it to the ground? Am I going to occupy it myself? Do I gain anything from doing that? Maybe. I definitely don't gain like tax money from getting these things. But it's something, maybe. Maybe I can bribe these Dark Elves and be friends with them. I don't know, but I want to know what this location does. I may just look it up. I don't know. But I'm definitely uncomfortable with a neighbor owning a whole province right next to me. Beyond that, we'll have the ability to teleport, so I could go over here to the Gain Vale and make friends with these dudes, or I could go over here and teleport to the Oak of Ages and maybe go, hey, like, you guys are fighting the Bretonnians. Maybe I should go fight some Bretonnians and be friendly. Many things we could do. That'll be later, and I'll see you then. Peace.